2017 was one of the best years for gaming in recent memory. There's a lot to play on the PS4, Xbox One, PC, and Nintendo Switch. 2018 promises more of the same with a packed schedule. There are a wealth of games regardless of your platform of choice. From being a pirate to slaying fantastic beasts with a blade that turns into a gun, here's what we think you should be playing in 2018. A franchise that needs no introduction, God of War sees series protagonist Kratos shed some of his rage-fueled persona, playing a more mature role, what with his son joining the fray in a mythical Norse world. The combat appears tighter with a camera that's closer to the action, and visually it looks spectacular. Though Sony hasn't officially announced a release date, a leak on the PS Store suggests you should be able to play God of War on March 22. Sounds right considering past God of War titles released in the same month. 2017 was not a good year for the Xbox One in terms of exclusive console games. Sea of Thieves should change that. Developed by legendary British studio Rare, Sea of Thieves is a first-person open-world cooperative multiplayer adventure that has you as a pirate. There's a cartoonish art style reminiscent of the Fable games and exaggerated physics that allow you to launch out of ship cannons as you loot, spar, and explore what seems to be one of the more vibrant game worlds around. Look out for it globally on March 20.
惚れた女の前でコケにされたままじゃ。
2017's Yakuza 0 and Yakuza Kiwami were great ways to introduce newcomers to Sega's long-running gangster series. Yakuza 6, on the other hand, rewards its fans who've been around since its inception over a decade ago. Taking place right after the events of Yakuza 5 on the PS3, you don the role of Kazuma Kiryu as you traipse across locations of Kamurocho and Hiroshima to piece together what happened to your foster children in your absence. Of course, it wouldn't be a Yakuza game without a side of fancifulness. This time, New Japan Pro Wrestling stars feature along with acclaimed Yakuza film director Beat Takeshi. Yakuza 6's release date is March 20 and is exclusive to the PS4. One of the bigger surprises of E3 2017, Metro Exodus is a first-person shooter with survival horror and stealth elements. The game seems to be a mix of linear conventional levels and open world-like hubs. Set in a post-apocalyptic wasteland of Russia, you'll experience life underground where metro stations have become home to many, as well as partake in a journey across the continent in search of something better. Along the way, you'll encounter all manner of mutated beasts that you'll have to fend off, with an assortment of rifles, pistols, and other customizable weaponry. No release date has been revealed for Metro Exodus other than a fall 2018 launch window.
You can feel that we are creeping towards the edge.
Taking place in Montana, you're a sheriff's deputy in the fictional Hope County, tasked with taking down Eden's Gate, a militaristic doomsday cult. There seems to be a visually arresting world packed with things to explode, loot, and liberate, along with more than enough environmental variety to accompany the action. While our initial impressions of Far Cry 5 gave us cause for concern, Ubisoft's delay of this open-world shooter bodes well. Look out for Far Cry 5 on March 27.
A monster that's been giving the Research Commission a lot of headaches has shown up again.
As the name suggests, you'll be tracking down monsters across a colorful, stunning world with friends or solo. The latest entry in this series aims to be accessible, something past editions lacked, and were usually restricted to a niche audience outside of Japan. But if the Monster Hunter World Beta is any indication, developer Capcom has one of the more promising titles of 2018, thanks to its responsive combat, ease of navigation, and a host of cool weapons, like giant swords that can turn into guns, and bizarre monsters that spew cement like goop. Plus, it's simpler to understand, what with its many features, thanks to a streamlined menu system. Aside from looking gorgeous, there are a wealth of weapons, seamless transition between locations, and 4-player cooperative play. Check it out on January 26th. Other games you're looking forward to in 2018 include Red Dead Redemption 2, Crackdown 3, Spider-Man, and hopefully Metroid Prime 4 for the Nintendo Switch. What are you playing in 2018? Let us know in the comments. Thank you for watching this video. If you're interested in all things gaming, check out Gadget360.com for news, reviews, podcasts, interviews, and everything else you need to know about the great world of pixels and bytes.